I'm Big Will Levinson, and it's time to talk sports. It's a brand new season for Fruita Wildcats basketball, and following last year's historic season so far, the Cats are off and running. In case you forgot, let us remind you about last year's Fruita Wildcats because it was a season to remember. A 25-1 record, an average margin of victory of 21 points per game, 2 home playoff wins, and a trip to the Denver Coliseum. But just ask Jet Wells.
Last year doesn't matter. It's a new year, new team. Everyone's got a new team. People got new coaches.
A brand new season indeed. It's a new look group as the Cats lose 5 seniors from last year, but of course the big 2 are back. Now a junior, the distributor and point guard Jet Wells, and now a senior, future Metro State Roadrunner, the big 6'7" Daniel Thomason. And so far, so good. Fruita has seemingly picked up where they left off from last year, going a perfect 3-0 at the season-opening Warrior Challenge with 3 dominant wins.
I was pleasantly surprised. I've seen some things throughout the course of the preseason where, I knew we didn't have maybe the depth that we had in previous years, but I had times where I thought 1 through 6 we might be more talented. For sure not a better team yet, but we had some pretty talented pieces. I thought Josh Husky was fantastic this week on the boards and just as a physical presence. You got Jimmy Hawkins and Carson Weddle and some of those guys, Aiden Tuning, just giving us solid minutes everywhere. And so I really felt like we got a little bit from everyone, which is really what we needed. I mean, there's no question, kind of the 2 guys that make us go, but if we can get contributions from other people, it just makes us much more dangerous.
Everyone has played a huge role in this year's season already, from the top down. I mean, we've had people step up big time, and some people who've hit some important shots and played important roles in how we play, and I feel like that's just been a big part in how we've been playing, and I can't wait to see what they continue to do as we go on the season.
And the Wildcats are certainly going to need those role players to keep playing well, because we do have some news for you. Daniel Thomason is currently dealing with an injury and is expected to miss some time.
We're kind of evaluating where he's at physically. I can't speak to the specific injury a whole lot, but we know we're not going to be with him this weekend, and we'll continue to evaluate him medically over the course of the next week. And at this point, we don't know much more than that, and we're going to do everything we can to get all the answers we need and do what's in his best interest to get him back 100% healthy. But, we got a few more tests and some more medical things to go through, and then, once we know the results of those, then that'll help establish a timetable for when we get him back. And whenever that is, we'll be glad to have him, but, it's a great opportunity for our team to get some guys some minutes in some big-time games and some high-pressure situations, and hopefully develop some depth so when we do get him back, then we'll be that much better for it.
And as you heard Coach Wells there, Fruita will be without Daniel Thomason at a big tournament in the Front Range this weekend as they prepare to face a top 10 team in the state, Rangeview, on Thursday. But that's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Levinson.